What's up, guys? This is Rob at Black Hill Woodwork, and in today's video, we're going to be turning this. We're going to be making a nice, quick, and easy project. It's a good gift, craft sale. You could even keep it for yourself. It's just an awesome project to make, and it's going to be a bottle opener. So things that we're going to have, piece of wood. Don't use end grains because if the pith is right there in the middle, it'll probably crack unless the wood is already dry. A faceplate, I'm using a small one. You could use a big faceplate, but with a bigger faceplate, you need a bigger piece of wood. And that's just a lot of unnecessary turning. That's just gonna be a waste. So, small faceplate. Jacob's chuck, you don't need to have a Jacob's chuck, but it will make the whole thing a lot easier. And one of these guys. I got a pack of these from Amazon, like a 20 pack for like $15, I think. So I'm using a faceplate instead of putting it in between centers, just because, honestly guys, it's just so much easier. You don't have to put it in between centers, make a tenon, flip it around, and then once you take it off, you have to get rid of that tenon. Here, you put it on, you make the whole thing, and you just cut it off, and you're done. All right, here it is. Let's put it on the lathe and get started. All right, let's turn the lathe on at our lowest speed and then advance the tailstock. This finds the best center. Now we can turn up the speeds. And because it's a very small diameter, this piece isn't very thick, we're gonna be going pretty fast. All right, so we're going at 1200 RPMs. Let's get rid of these edges, make it like a cylinder. This is a pretty easy way to test if it's round. It's bouncing, so it's not round. Okay, here it is, nice and round. Remember not to cut over here because we got our screws in there. If you hit those screws, you're gonna mess up your tool really bad and maybe even mess up the piece. So now we're gonna start cutting away some material and making the shape of the bottle opener. So we're not actually gonna do the complete shape right now. We're gonna leave it a little bit thick. Just getting rid of some of this material. You'll see why in a second. All right, we're gonna stop right there. You guys see the overall shape right now, but we're not done yet. Right now, we're gonna take this tail support away. We're gonna flatten this top right here, and then we're gonna drill a hole. The reason why we're drilling the hole now and not when we're done shaping the whole thing is because it's gonna be too skinny, and when you screw in the actual bottle opener, it's just gonna crack the whole piece of wood. All right, so let's flatten this top. Be very careful, you don't wanna snap anything off. I'm gonna make a little indentation just so the bottle opener fits. All right, now get your Jacob's chuck out. If you don't have one, it's okay. I didn't have one for a very long time, but it makes hollowing things out so much easier. If there was anything I would recommend, any type of accessory, a Jacob's chuck would definitely be on that list. But if you don't have a Jacob's chuck right now, get your drill, get a very small drill bit, a little bit smaller than the size of the bottle opener, and just drill straight in the middle all the way through. So we got our Jacob's chuck, let's make our hole. Got our hole. Now, go put this in. It'll be a little tough just because the hole is kind of small. I usually just start it with my hand and then get a screwdriver. You guys could put some CA glue in there if you want, but this is such a tight fit that I don't think it's necessary. All right, now it's in there. Perfect. Now we could do our shape. Like I said before, guys, I made a video on a bottle opener, and someone said it's dangerous to be turning it with this on there. This is the easiest way, in my opinion, to make a bottle opener without splitting the wood. If there's any other ways to do it, I'm sure there's many different ways. Feel free to do those, but I'm showing you guys my method. This is how I do it. Just don't hit the metal and you'll be fine. It's not as hard as it seems. So we're almost done, guys. All we gotta do now is shape it. You guys could do the same shape as me, make your own, do whatever you want. Alright, right here, you want to get close to cutting it off, but make sure you actually don't cut it off. Because when we sand, we want to sand the whole piece. Obviously, we're not going to be able to sand the part that it's attached to. That's why we're trying to get it as close as we can so that we don't have too much sanding when we're done. Alright guys, looks pretty nice. Now let's sand it from 80 to 320. I'm going to make some designs at 320, then we'll finish it off with 400. Alright guys, here it is. I actually just went all the way to 400. I was just going to make some lines right here, some burn marks, but I honestly don't think that this piece needs it. Plus, it's very fragile. I went a little bit too much right here, I think. And if I apply too much pressure with that burn wire, I'm guessing it'll probably just snap off. But next step, I'm going to apply some Yorkshire grit. And then we'll put some finish on and cut this thing off. So here it is, the micro fine Yorkshire grit. Another really good investment in my opinion. This and the original really works magic. I'm just gonna put it on with my hand really quick. Make sure it's everywhere on the wood. I have this buffing pad. You could just use a paper towel if you want. Turn it on and buff the whole surface. When you use Yorkshire grit, you'll feel kind of like these little pebbles, sorta. Like it's sandy. You have to keep going until you don't feel that anymore. And when it's done, it'll leave you with a very smooth surface. There it is, guys. And that's the reason why I love red cedar. Just look at that color. It's awesome. So now I'm going to apply the finish. I'm going to be using Tried and True's Original. Usually with red cedar, I would like a more polyurethane kind of finish. But I have two pieces of red cedar from two different trees. And this one seems to be pretty good with the oil or the beeswax. So that's what I'm going to be using. I might change it in the future and add some polyurethane kind of finish. General wood finish, a salad bowl finish, something like that. But right now we're going to be using that. Then we'll cut it off, sand the bottom, we'll be all done. But if you guys stay this far into the video, thank you, I appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe button. Stay tuned for future videos, all that stuff. And guys, I saw my analytics the other day. It said like 98% of the people watching this video are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt you guys, helps me out. I greatly appreciate it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.